Hi, Ilona. How
Hi,
are you?
Ersin. I'm very good. Happy to see you again.
Good to see you. Good to see you again in TheLifeCo. So today we will mainly cover your healing journey, and also we will cover the TheLifeCo's new efforts, how we can integrate more and more with our guests when they are at home. And it's very good that you are here and the other guests are here, but that's only 1 week or two.
Yes.
So the remaining period, we need to be closer to each other for having a continuous wellness experience.
Absolutely.
So let's start to discuss a bit about that.
Okay, perfect.
So can you just tell us about how did you enter your healing journey, and where are you now on your journey? How everything is moving? Are you happy with what happens with you, etc.?
I will tell you all.
Thank you.
My big journey started like 20 years ago. Before I was very healthy, and I was afraid of one needle, And I had a very big car crash. It was in Mallorca. I was driving for the presents to my son, and car drive avoids me on the motorway and drove in me. And afterwards, everything changed. In 1 second, my life changed completely. I never returned home. I was taken to the hospital. I was in the coma 10 days. So my body obviously my physical body was on the bed in pain. My soul was in another dimension. And afterwards continue many operations. I have broken legs, I have broken arms, I have broken ribs, I have burned my face from the airbag. And it was challenge, very big challenge for young girl at this time. I was 29, now I'm 49. And everything started to change since then in my life. I was in the hospital long time, nearly 2 years.
Wow.
And also I was long time on the wheelchair. And they told me if I walk, it would be difficulties. And it will be still okay. I will never wear high heels, and I love them, And I prove it, I wear them now. And also I was not running 8 years after the accident. I just could not run. And then I was doing treatments with kinesiology, and this helped me to run again. But what's happening after the accident was that the operation was continue, but have nothing to do with the accident. I have tumors, I have taken my gallbladders, I was finding hernia, I was also having cancer for this stage 10 years ago. And this was very, very difficult. Obviously, I was shocked when I was hearing that. And I didn't understand what's going on, because every year I was operating like twice. It was nothing like illness, like cold. It was something that had to be operated. And the circle was continue. And then I was meeting one lady. And she said to me, Ilona, your chakras are like tractor disaster. If you don't put your energetic body all together, you will never make it. And I was like, energetic body, what's she talking about? And then I start to look different direction, because I'm very thankful on my doctors, because obviously they saved my life and they put me together like the puzzle. But it was never ending story with these operations. And then I start to do the holistic journey, And then later this was supposed to be my 19th one operation. And I was in the birthday party in England, and there was one lady, she was a hypnotherapist. And I was supposed to be operated with hernia, 10 centimeter hernia on the stomach. And she said to me, Ilona, stop. You're doing this to yourself alone. It's all about your mind. You have to cancel the operation, postpone it. We'll try to put you in heavy hypnosis, and let's see what's happened. And I'm controlling freak, and I never really want to get hypnotized, but with her, I love her, and I trust her. And I was nearly 4 hours in hypnosis. And afterwards, I start to say to everybody that are healing without the operation. And she said to me, you see, if I told you that before, you would never believe me. Then I go again for hypnosis, 1 hour and something. And then I go for control to my doctor when we're supposed to get operated. And the doctor, he could not find my hernia, was gone. So operation didn't happen.
Wow.
But was other things. What was kick my journey? I was after my accident, because I have this coma and I have shake brain and I have hypertrophy of the right hemisphere. I have incredible headaches, like literally every 2 weeks. I would, from minutes, I would go without energy, and I would have to lie down where I was, on the floor or anywhere. I start to have sickness. I could not move. And it was literally taking 3-4 days. And then it's come back like miracle. And nobody know why. I go everywhere. I go in Germany in hospital. I was in Spain. Everybody taking my blood. Everything was clear. And I still have these attacks. And then I start to look for the nutritionists. Plus, I was continue in my energetic work. And this time, long time ago, I was in England in one place, what was like healthy place, was Championese. But it was nice, but it was not, how we say in Spanish, profundo. It was not such a deep cleanse. You know, it was like good eating, exercising, but it was nothing really to do with detox and proper cleanse. And I didn't know nothing about detox and cleansing. And I like it, but I know I need something more. And then I was reading magazine and I was praying. And I prayed that I come healthy again now, because I was healthy, but I was all the time getting these attacks. And afterwards, I see TheLifeCo. And when I see it, I contact you. And I was first time in Istanbul. This is very long time ago. I think 12, 13, 14 years ago. I don't really remember. I need to say TheLifeCo is my Spanish, Turkish family. I always say that when I come here, because I love everybody here. And I was everywhere in life. I was in Istanbul, I was in Antalya, I was in Bodrum, I was in Phuket. I go everywhere. I'm with them all the time. And these people here really helped me to completely challenge my life. And when I start, I know nothing about this. And I was really surprised, because it literally was my first detox ever. And I have such a bad side effect. This time, Agnieszka, the lady who works for you, she was amazing. She stand by me, because I was really thinking I died the first days. Wow. And also, when you're fasting and you forget to drink water, you start to have problems in your kidney, because you start to have pain. And I didn't do it because I was drinking green juices and I didn't feel I need to drink water. And then all this happened. But this was 3-4 days. And also this time I was in Istanbul, and was earthquake, by the way. And I was in the sauna and everything was moving. I was thinking, okay, this is the detox. And then I found out it was earthquake when I was there. Anyway, this take 4 days. After 4 days, my energy elevated amazingly. I started to feel fantastic. First time I was in life for 1 week, and I feel incredibly good. I feel something challenge inside me. Even without I was thinking about this, it was just happening. So I believe that everybody who come here, it's new way of life, because it is completely challenged. Because people, when you fast, you get more connected and with yourself. And this is something what you can't ever do properly like this if you're eating normal way, for people who are not really spiritual or who doesn't know the things. And
so you had almost 10 years, a journey of medical, some kind of interference. They put you together, operated, taking the organs, etc. And then suddenly you met some lady who helped you to enter into the holistic or alternative or integrative way of looking to the body, that body, mind, and spirit working together. And it started with some kind of new journey. You have energy works, chakra balancing, and then you started to look for a detox, and you happened to be in LifeCo many years ago, 10, 12 years ago. We have been open 17 years, so you must be quite one of the quite early ones.
I don't really remember.
So,
but what I want to say, what is very, very important, since I started this journey, I never was operated. And now it's maybe 12, 13 years. I have no migraines. For everybody who has migraines, you can stop them. And it's everything to do with nutrition. Anybody who tell you that it's impossible, it is, because I did it, I prove it, and I have the worst migraines ever.
Can you explain a bit more? I mean, what changed in your life after detox experience, after entering into the more healing, holistic healing environment? Like, for example, have you stopped eating certain things? Have you changed your amount of eating or the time of eating? Or have you introduced supplements into your life? Or, I mean, what are the major things you think that it is triggering that the migraine went away and you keep, I see you all the time, you keep young and strong, energetic. So almost, I wouldn't believe almost that you had that very bad accident.
Yes.
Have been off almost 10 years from the active life.
I'm very thankful to LifeCo because it completely changed my life. My life shifted, but like completely shifted. I see everything completely different. And it's not only with the eating, because I taking food like medicine. Everything what I eat, I know what I eat, what is does to me and what is not. So I'm very, very careful because I take it like the medicine. So for me, it's precious. And also when I eat, I always say thank you because it's gift.
Yeah.
And the food is so powerful. We can kill ourselves or we can heal ourselves. And this is incredible. Before I didn't eat meat like 30 years, but I was eating chicken and I was eating other things. The thing is that when you fast, you taste everything differently afterwards. And this makes me also do different choices. But then, because I come here maybe twice every year, I do like 1 month in the year fasting. And my body, I can't, for example, drink alcohol anymore. And it's not, I loved wine. I cannot say, but I don't want this anymore. It's like, I see it and it's great, but I don't want this. Or chicken, I can't eat chicken because my body just don't want this. And it's come all natural. I didn't make it. And all my life, what I do intermittent fasting, always.
So you did three things. One is you went the Hippocrates way. The food should be your medicine should be your food.
Yes.
So you follow that guideline, and then you get connected with the food, and you just feel the food, and you don't listen to your brain or your appetite. Or
it's all habits.
Yeah, habits or exactly.
And
so you just go after what your body wants and how the body feels.
Yeah.
And finally, you made a kind of introduction of intermittent fasting to your life.
Yes.
How many hours, like when you start to eat during the day?
I never eat breakfast.
So
never,
you start
literally.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock?
Yeah, something like that. I wake up like 6:30 every morning, and then first I drink water, like normal water, room temperature. Yeah. Then I have my water with lemon, with apple cider vinegar, sometimes ginger, depends, but apple with water with lemon always. And then I drink every day green juice, but like 10, 11 o'clock. And then I have lunch, but we are in Spain, so this usually
Lunch is late, huh?
it's like 2:30, yeah, 3 o'clock, something like that. So I literally eat. I only eat once in the day.
Ah, so your lunch is the only meal.
Yes.
When do you stop eating?
When I don't have the lunch, I have dinner, then I don't have the lunch.
Ah, okay. So after the lunch, you don't snack or something?
No, not really.
Much.
If I'm really hungry, I have something like the soup or apple or something, you know, and I eating every day because I love sweet, but I don't eat normal sugar, so I'm making the raw desserts. I'm buying them. We have in
so you already started doing these things at home also?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very good. I must say, I'm also, they call it OMAD, 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
The type of diet, OMAD. So I also eat 1 meal a day, but I eat late in the afternoon, like 5 or 6 o'clock as a social dinner. And then I don't eat, like you say, until 12 o'clock. I start to eating 12 o'clock. So it's a very good methodology. I try to learn the other things also, like follow the body, but sometimes I indulge. I say, okay, I have since you are me eating once a day, so we have a chance to indulge because the body can handle up to 20-30% of say toxicity in the food. So that's a good way of doing. Congratulations. These three things are very important. I mean, it's very seldom our guests like you picks up those three at the first time. So it always takes 3-4 times before they get into this. Food is their medicine, and then intermittent fasting is good. And eating is, I mean, if you eat or drink right stuff, by the way, cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Green.
Okay. For everybody, cheers.
So it's very important that there is a relation with the food, and having a relation with the food is really starting when you start to chew, when you order, when you look to the food. So you can't just, like, for example, I see a lot of people, they say, oh, we know a lot of food and they are gourmet, etc. But when you look to that, they have always the spoon in hand and eating. They don't have time to feel the food. So normally when you are eating, you should put back the spoon or fork, etc. and then just feel the food.
Yes.
And then try to explain what's the texture, what's the smell, etc. So that's very good. Thank you for bringing this reality to this.
But come like natural, you know.
Very nice.
And this year, I want to share it with you because for people, I think it's very important. I have one example. This year in February, they want to take out my ovaries. I have cyst, I have folliculus, I have tumor, 5.5 centimeter dermoid.
Wow.
So it was no cancer,
February.
but you know, yes. Then I was hormones was in disbalance, and also I have inflamed body, and everything came from stress.
Wow.
And my doctor, he's a friend of mine, because before he operated me with the cancer and other tumors, so we know each other quite well. And he said to me, okay, we will have to take the ovaries. And said, don't worry, Ilona, I have 49, you will not need them. And I was like, no. So what I did, I booked TheLifeCo.
Yeah.
And I come here in February, 1 week.
Wow.
And I start to fast now. And I have to come back quickly because of my children. And so I was only 1 week here. When I come back at home, I felt that it's not enough. You know, I was already doing energetic work. I was doing Reiki. I was doing reflexology. I was doing balancing right and left energy of the body, equilibrios. I was doing acupunctures. I was walking without the shoes to stay grounded. I also put feet inside the salt. I dig the ground and I put my feet there because it's very good to take all the negativity out. I was doing baths with salt water, you know, and I was meditating and praying every day. This is really true. And I was also taking CBD oil, what was really good for balancing everything. And then I was here 1 week and I come back to Mallorca and I go for the control. And my doctor, he said, well, it's better, but I think we will need still to operate, but it's not danger. No, and I said, please, like, give me
Another
1 month.
2 weeks.
No, I needed 1 month.
1 month. Huh?
So we go and I go fast. I never fast at home, and I did it.
You did it.
Yes.
What kind of fasting did you?
I did juices, different kind of juices every day,
Wow.
different kind. It was a mix of fruit and vegetable, but every day completely different. I have special books, special recipes. So I finished 29 days of fast.
Wow.
Also,
on the top of the week here,
no,
you did
together
29 days.
And then I was taking the broth of the soup.
Yeah.
So I don't eat chicken, but just
straight water.
yeah, and also vegetable soup. This, and then I have also a herb tea,
Yeah.
and I also have always coffee, black coffee.
Black coffee.
Yeah, and after the 1 month, I go for
To the doctor again.
doctor, and I said to him, Yachim, I was fasting. And he looked at me and he said, oh my God, like, Ilona, what's going on again? And then we do all, like, you know, the tests and everything. That is gone. Follicula's gone.
Wow.
Inflammation completely gone. Hormones in completely perfect.
Wow.
He said to me, you're ovulating like little girl. I was like, okay, good in 49. And then also the dermoid shrink.
Wow.
So he said, okay, we don't need to operate. We don't do anything. And I was so relieved. I go in the car, I start to cry, no, from happiness, because I was like, I'll make it, but I still have it inside little bit, no. Then I go in July for control again, and it's gone.
It's gone totally.
It's gone.
Bravo. You did a good job. You did a good. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle, but it's not a miracle because we all can do this. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, that it's a miracle that you did it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you know, like you said, I've seen many cases. Like I have seen a guy having a big tumor over here. He did 60 days water fasting, and in front of my eyes, it's just gone. So, you know, we have a lot of this in nature. Our body is equipped to heal us, but we need to cooperate.
Yes.
We, like you cooperated through fasting.
Yeah. And
don't
also
put any toxic elements into body. Have a clear mind. You help yourself with decharging your body, putting yourself into the salt bath and walking barefoot. So all this is a kind of project. We need to see our health also as a project of building a house or building a company, growing a children, etc. But very often we do all these outside things, but we don't invest in ourselves. So I'm so happy that you just made the difficult thing.
Yeah, you
rather than just getting operated.
Yeah,
and then,
because I think it's about the belief. If you believe and you don't have doubts, you know, I said, because I have 18 operations and okay, I would have one more. And before I have in the clinic, I have even my room where I knew everyone in hospitals in Mallorca.
10 years.
Yes. And then I was thinking, no, I prove it. I will make it. That is possible. So I was so happy, you know. I was literally crying from happiness.
Very, very interesting. I think it's a very interesting story. It should inspire a lot of people because you know, I see a lot of people suffering from different type of diseases. And then when you sit here and tell them cancer, car crash, and everything else, and then still you have the belief and you still believe that you can help yourself and you can keep the control.
And I was doing the same thing when I have the accident because I was still believe that I will walk and I will be like before. And And, you know, everybody around me was very worried that because I was crippled on the wheelchair, they carry me on the toilet. And really, and for months and months, and my dad put that all his teeth he lost from the stress, you know, because they've been all worried. And I was like, so I never.
You just told them, bring me to the shoe store. I will get a high shoes.
Yeah, they told me, my physiotherapist, he said to me, Ilona, it's so many nice flat shoes. And I was like, no, I will have the heels. And afterwards, you would not believe, I started modeling in Germany.
Wow.
Everything was based my career on this accident. And they call me the woman who never give up.
Who never give up. I like this. I like this title.
You
the
know,
woman who never give up.
When you see that, like when I see myself on the wheelchair, and then such a shift to be again in the photos with all the scars and everything, this was like miracle. But it was the same. I just was not aware what I was doing. Now I know it, and now I practice that, and I know how. This time I do it by intuitions, you know, not by the logic, because I believe the intuitions is everything for us.
Very, very nice. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning that you could go for that line without having the base, and later on you entered into the healing, holistic healing, LifeCo, etc. Then, of course, it becomes a theory behind it. And as you said, having the will is a big part of the healing.
Yes.
So everybody should first believe that they can heal.
Absolutely.
Before they start to do anything.
Yes.
Whatever they do, they should first believe it.
And people around them should support them and not doubt. You know, this is many times problems.
Never doubt, never doubt.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, the healing is only happens if you are in peace with yourself. If you are doubting what you are doing, you put your body into stress.
Absolutely.
You are saying, okay, I am doubtful. It may not happen, and it will not happen. So that's why it's very important what you say. Believe it, no doubt. We call it surrender. So you should fully surrender yourself to your reality and just never give up.
Yes, and you know what, I also believe that our thoughts are so powerful that they really, what we're thinking, then we're vibrating, because we, from the thoughts, go to feelings. And what we vibrate, we attract. And this is how it is. So it's very important to have the strong thoughts, you know, and to, like you say, you never give up.
Yeah, it's another story. I mean, maybe we should go next time into this. What you are saying, believing is healing. So you just, I mean, what I have seen also in my life, especially on the east part of the world, people are healing themselves by thoughts, but by affirmations, etc. People are sitting around you and just help you to, I mean, develop a kind of feeling that you are healing that organ or that organ. And it helps, especially if you are into this type of lifestyle where you just no toxicity. But this is you know, we shouldn't blame anybody, because the world is just created for commercial presence, and we all are subject to a commercial say transaction. People don't look at us as a human being. They see us as a consumer, and consumers should pay for something which is highly profitable, and they don't care about your health. So when they sell this or that, and they say, okay, just because nothing kills you immediately. So all this, say, food-like things, you know, we are just surrounded with things which looks like food, but they are not food. Like if you take tomato in July, it's food. August, food. But January, it's not a tomato. It's a product.
Yes.
So what happens, people are taking them as a tomato and paying the money, whatever it is. Transaction is done, the supplier is happy, but you don't, I mean, you don't do something good for your body. That's why I believe it's very important that at least having your consciousness, at least when you are really in trouble, leave the commercial world, go for your healing, and just believe it.
Absolutely.
That's a strong.
This is very important what you say, because the people are not aware. They are not conscious about this, what they are doing, really, because they are programmed, and this is what is it. And this is sad, and this is why we need to say more and more about this stuff, about this healing. And I believe that everything needs to be in balance to come healthy. You know, the thoughts are very important, but like the nutritions and all put the emotional body, energetic body, physically together in one. Because otherwise, I don't think you never cannot really be healthy.
No, that's
And
true.
also, I think it's not about the long life. It's about how you feel in the day, that you have energy and you feel fit and you are not tired.
That's very important. Also, people are too much into the how old you are, but it's not the length of the life, it's the quality of the life.
Yes.
What kind of functionality you have with your body? Are you playing football with your children, grandchildren?
Yeah.
Are you driving your own car? What's happening around you? Are you fully functional or not? That's like everything else. Like once upon a time, I seen the oldest lady in UK. It was in a house. She was there, I don't know, 109 years or something like that. But she was just laying down.
Yes.
Last 5 years or 7 years. That's not life.
Absolutely
That's just
not.
a kind of that, but waiting for burial or ceremony.
Mm.
That's
No,
why
and
you
it's
need to
really
have
sad.
the life.
Mhm.
full life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very good. So how do you check up if you are fully functional? So you run in the morning?
No, I exercise every day.
Every day.
I can't run because I have the metal,
Aha.
but I'm walking, and I'm walking like 10 kilometers.
10 kilometers every
Yes.
day. Wow.
I do yoga.
Do you do yoga also?
A couple times in the week. I swimming
Wow.
every day.
Every day you swim also.
Yeah, every day
10
in the sea.
kilometers swimming, twice yoga.
Yeah, I do,
Good.
and then I do also GAP and TBC, you know, for the muscles with the weight of body. So that's what I do. And then I have 2 days usually I rest the body, because I believe that the body needs to also rest and recharge again. And many times when we do too much, the body like stuck, you know. So that's what I believe, and it's work.
What about mental wellness? How do you keep yourself mentally well, healthy?
I meditate
You meditate
really every day.
every day?
Yes.
What time of the day?
You know, I can switch any minute.
Any minute.
Really, I don't need to sit down somewhere. I can walk and meditate.
Yeah, that's the point.
This is scary now to say, but I can meditate in the car when I'm driving. But it's true,
But this
you
is
know?
how it should be.
Yes.
Meditation, normally it should be there 100% of the time during your life, because when you look to the child, the baby, they are Zen. So what's happening? They are meditating all the time.
Yes.
So what happens with the time? We just make them human being, taking their childhood, innocence, etc., making them one of us, and they lose this meditative presence, and they are into the thoughts, they are into the future, they are into the back history, and then they are never in the moment. So that's why I say what you are doing is correct. You should be meditating when you drive. You should be meditating when you walk. You should be meditating when you eat, because that means you are in that moment. You are not in your thoughts about 6 months ahead or 5 years back.
Also, when I was doing the healing, I was doing that in the water with salt, with candles.
Wow.
And then you go really deep. No, it's beautiful. It's
Salt
beautiful.
water, huh?
Salt water, Himalayan salt.
How do you do Himalayan salt water meditating?
Well, I just go in the water and I meditate. I shut the door.
You prepare a bath or something
yes,
like
I
that.
prepare beautiful bath, and there's the candles around, you know.
So beautiful.
So
you invented your wellness center at home.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a happy person and I love people. I have beautiful people around me. I have beautiful children. I have beautiful family. I'm a happy person, you know.
That's so good, you know. If people think that they have all the beauties around themselves, they get more.
Yeah.
If you think that you have all the disasters around you, you get more also.
Yeah, always. Always.
Always.
I love life, and it's not it's always difficulty. No, this is life about, but depends which way we see it. And you know what I say, the most difficult time bringing the most beautiful results. Sometimes we can't see it in the moment, but afterwards you say, okay, I know why this happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, you should never ask. I mean, I like there's one of the guys, I think it was Arthur Ashe. He just got a cancer. He said, I didn't say why God me when I become the #1 in the school. I didn't say why God me when I become the regional champion or world champion, etc. Why should I say why me when I get cancer?
Yeah.
So, you know, people should accept it. In the East, like if you go to Thailand, etc., they never ask you why. You go late, they say, okay, welcome. But in the West, always there is a why. Of course, why is good because it connects you with the purpose. But why is not good in connection with a kind of judgment.
Yes.
So why is always good if it connects to the purpose? Why do we do this broadcasting or this talk? Because we want to inspire the people, we want to share our thoughts with others, etc. So it's good to have a why.
Yes.
But when I say, why did you do this to me? Why did you come late? Why did you? Then you start to create a kind of big fire under the, say,
unhealthy system.
Yeah.
You know what I do every morning when I wake up? I always say thank you 3 times for everything. You know, like that you are grateful for all what you have or what's happened. Literally every morning when I open my eyes, I say 3 times thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Yes.
you know who do you thank?
I think
Everything.
I believe in energy. I believe, you know, God and
So
yeah,
let
absolutely.
this thank you go wherever it wants to
Absolutely. Where it's supposed to be. You know.
Very nice.
I believe in that.
So beautiful. I'm so happy that
Thank
you
you.
found the real essential part of this well living.
Yeah, but
I'm so grateful.
You helped me very much in that, and I'm very thankful forever. You know, it's beautiful.
Very good. I like to share with our
I wanted to ask
viewers.
you about this now. So, what is this new program? What you have developed together? What does it mean exactly?
Yeah, I mean,
Tell us
like
about the
what we
platform.
found out, we opened this place 2005. What happened all these years? We were focused on the physical wellness. So, I mean, detoxing in the sense of what you drink, etc. And then we added other programs with eating, etc. But then what we realized after 2010, recently it's going like this, mental wellness is really getting more bigger problem than the physical wellness.
Yes.
So that's why we started to redo our content. And the problem is with mental wellness, physical wellness, you can do like a correction twice a year. You come and clean your body, it's cleaned. You can't go any place a week and clean your brain. So it's not possible. So you need to have a kind of ongoing, I mean, continuous process of healing yourself, cleaning your brain, detoxing your brain. So you feel a kind of grounded in this world as it is.
Yes.
So that's why we said, okay, this is good. We have such a place. We will open other places. That's all good. But we will host our guests only 1 week, 2 weeks, etc. But when they are off here,
Yes.
we need to be close to them. We need to find a way of being together with them, and we need to give them a kind of guidance. So we started with an app called OneAwell. OneAwell is an app. We are, I mean, far away from being good. But we started where we like to help the people to build up good habits. Like you mentioned, a big number of habits. Those are very good ones. So first one, we said, let's make an app that we help people to build up habits. Secondly, we started this Well Together as a community.
Yes.
Where, as I invited you, or our team invited you to be one of the leaders in that community. We need to help each other. You know, these places are good. You come here and you get the green juice helped, etc. But you have at home, I mean, you have the child, family, everything else. You have your responsibilities. You have to find a balance over there. And there we need to keep ourselves hand in hand. That's why we started Well Together. We will be moderating that platform, but we ask people like yourself help each other. Like you said, we help you, and this guy, hypnotic, therapist, she helped you. So other people help you. So we need to give back. I need to help others. You need to help others. So we need to get together well. And this world needs it. You know, we need to find the way helping each other so we feel well all together. Otherwise, when I see the world is getting so separated from each other, even we get separated from ourselves.
Absolutely.
I mean, not only from the society, from the neighbor, from that and that, but we get stranger to ourselves too. So that's why we started this process.
This is fantastic because the corona was very big challenge for people. So this is really amazing what you do.
Yeah, corona really made a big, speeded up everything.
Yes.
I don't know how they managed to create such a, they saved maybe a few 100,000 people, but they get billions of people sick.
Yes,
because of corona.
And people are now weak and everything is getting much more easy, ill again and again and again.
So let's try to help each other.
That's
let's
beautiful.
try to build a mental immune system, physical immune system, boost that in our immune systems up.
What is the most important?
Yeah, very important.
How the people can go in, how they can enter to this community?
I mean, we will start here, for example. We will get the interested parties to register in, or we have a web page. You can register in there. Soon we will have an app where you can also register in, and we will start to communicate, start to create a kind of platforms where people like Fazil will share how to do these things at your home.
Yeah.
And we will have a family type of relation. Hopefully we can create a wellness community, and then we feel all good.
I think this is fantastic.
Very good.
This is congratulations.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions? We have 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, you tell me about how long time ago and what was your trigger to start everything in your life?
You know, my start of wellness journey was not that much dramatic. You know, I was a business person and I don't like things repeating up. So I was doing good business. And one day I said, I'm tired of doing good business. So I stopped. I didn't know what to do. And a friend of mine just told me, Ersin, you did different holidays, but I suggest you go to this place. And then they make the reservations, etc. So I went to some place called Spa Samui in Thailand, Koh Samui Island. So when I was there, I didn't know why I was there. So they just give me a bit of a strip of paper, which is pH measurement paper. They say, okay, you can do this. And then they put me 10 days of mustard detox. So then I get shocked because I didn't believe that people can live without food. And I was very, very much okay. And also I had a better sleep, better energy, etc. That was a bit of shock. And then there was a lady over there, a Japanese lady. I'm thankful that girl, like you are thankful to some other people, that woman. So she was a professor. She came to me and said, you're a good guy. I made a list of things to do for you. I said, okay. So it was written there, go to Germany for chewing courses, go to Milano for inner listening, go for walking, go for breathing, do that and that. It was a long list. I didn't have anything to do since I was early retired at the age of 46. So I went every 10 days, every month, 10 days to these things. And then after some time, I realized that I didn't know how to live. I mean, I didn't know how to make business. I didn't know how to vote. I didn't know how to drive, but I didn't know how to drive my body. I didn't know how to eat. I didn't know how to walk, breathe. I mean, everything was a new, how to think, for example. I didn't know how to think. So all this ended up with a question mark. I said, look, I mean, I'm at the age of 46, just realizing there is a way of living better. And we should do all this. And to be honest, this was not opened as a business. It was opened as a hobby to help my friends. So I said, okay, let me open a place. And then we meet there and try to learn how to live together.
Amazing.
And then suddenly UK TV came. And then they said, oh, we want to do a series of something called, shaming diseases or something like that. They bring here 15 to 20 people or something like that. And then they started to film them, the changes in their body. Like some people had some kind of, whatever you call it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, some kind of skin diseases, and they filmed every day. Oh, you are getting better at it. So it was different kind of people with diseases. They don't want to show themselves out in the public. So they within 15 days or so, they changed hopefully these people.
Amazing.
And then they made a series of 10 different sessions of this. And it was around in the Europe. Suddenly people tried to call here and say, we want to come there, we want to come there. So we started to become a company, from a hobby to a company. And
most beautiful.
yeah, then after that, we got all these people. Like you said, what's the difference with TheLifeCo philosophy and some other, say, healing centers? We try to be result-oriented, no negotiation. Because if you want to heal, this is very important. If you want to heal, if you want to do something good for you, you can't negotiate. You can't. Like, if you want to stop smoking cigarettes, you can't say, okay, I stop today, but not tomorrow. You can't do it. Negotiating, like, for example, they come and say, okay, like you did, no negotiations. You said that you just decided and did it.
Yes.
But people comes and says, okay, what happens if I don't eat meat, but if I eat goat meat, will it work?
Yeah,
they start to negotiate. They say, okay,
work.
if I don't drink whiskey, but if I drink a bit of whatever it is, and then negotiate. When you start to negotiate, you lose the control of healing. So that's very important that we all, I mean, like you said, full functionality is here. So we are all a bit down depending on our lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we all need to have a wellness journey, even when we are at home.
Yes.
Even when we are at the job, even when we are in holiday, whatever it is. So bit by bit, we need to try to be up to full functionality. We can't just negotiate and say, okay, I'm here, I can still walk, I'm not dead, so let me do another steak. Let me do another whatever it is. And then sometimes you come to a point, they say it's stopped here. Then it's very difficult to restart.
Absolutely.
I mean, it requires, of course, it's not impossible. Like you did, it's possible. But it requires the will, discipline, like you have.
And continuality.
You say now you talk about 20 years.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just one day or two. You just
and also
5, 10, 12 years.
Yeah, also I stopped completely eat the dairy products. I love cheeses before, but I completely take it out, everything, no? And I eating other stuff, what supply.
Maybe I should follow what you do. So you do everything correct. No, I eat maybe cheese once a week or so. But you're correct. For example, when I grew up in Sweden, I went there at the age of 17 and studied in Sweden. And then they were just telling people drink milk for strong body, etc. And now, last around 19 or 2000 sometime, they started to say, especially to the ladies, after 40, please don't consume dairy products because you lose your bones. So that's very important. And also, by chance, we realized here, for example, very interesting thing. At the very early days of we opened here, a friend of mine came, and he was here. And then he had a nice detox, and he went back. Then he called, Ersin, you know what happened to me? I said, what happened? He said, oh, I get rid of my asthma. I said, how come? He said, when I was there, I felt better. And I asked myself, why I feel better? I've figured out that because I don't have dairy in my life.
Incredible.
And then since then, I started to look at it into the literature and whatever scientific stuff. What I realized, milk and dairy products really making a kind of, base for respiratory diseases.
And also for tumors and for cysts and for the illnesses for skin.
Wow. So I will also stop eating once a week cheese.
Oh.
Very good. Thank you much.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
good.
you for
I'm
everything.
so happy
Me
we
too.
have you here, and this word have you here
Thank
as
you so much.
big inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Very
I'm very
welcome. You are
thankful to
always
have
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.